With only minutes to spare, there was Kidderminster Station, at the head of the Severn Valley Steam Railway. I'd been amazed to discover that there are well over 100 preserved steam lines like this in Britain. It's a major industry, with thousands of volunteers keeping the old trains running. And for what? For us passengers? To keep a bit of history alive? One thing I now knew for sure is that there's a lot more to it than that. I was now midway on my journey down through Britain to the famous Bluebell line. And what I'd not considered until now was the possibility that the engines themselves should be regarded as objects of great beauty, giving their admirers every bit as much pleasure as Rembrandt or Mozart. Which is why you'll never find the true aficionados sitting in the carriage. With a camera like that, you have to be a greiser.
No, I'm not a greiser, just a photographer. It's my husband and my friend's husband, Ray and David, who are photographers, steam photographers and greisers. And they're up the line, we're waiting for them all, getting it out at the next station.
Why aren't they here with you?
They don't like travelling by train. They actually just like photographing the train.
They're greisers, and they don't like travelling by train?
Well, they don't call themselves greisers, they call themselves enthusiasts, but that's their main concern, the train.
What photographs do you take then?
Mostly landscapes and pictorial photographs, possibly because David was interested in trains and we used to travel about a lot and we used to go into the most beautiful scenery, so I got quite interested because it was a bit boring just sitting around in the car or just standing around, so I thought I would take some as well.
So it's a question of if you can't beat them, join them.
Join them, that's right.
Have you given it, Ray?
Stop and a half now.
Ooh. And the rest?
Joan Eatwell and Jane Schofield have been dragged by their husbands, David and Ray, hundreds of thousands of miles all over the world in search of the ultimately sublime image of steam.
Hello, how do you do?
Hello.
And has it threatened their marriages? Has it left them searching for a good therapist or solicitor?
Good.
Has it helped?
Good.
Where have you taken photographs? Where have you travelled to?
Well, this year we've been to 10 countries, would you believe, just for steam.
Just taking photographs of steam?
Oh, yes, yes. Well,
holidays as well.
We've been tourists as well. We've always seen something else.
yes, but we did China purely for steam.
China's an awfully long way to go.
But they've got unique locos, of course, in China. And they're still building them, you know, still building steam locos, turning them out. Until recently, they were turning out one a day.
So you boys go off on your own a bit sometimes, do you? But is it easier without your wives?
No, it's very useful to have them along at certain times, but we've been known to dump them in the middle of Delhi, for example.
What happened in the middle of Delhi?
Well, it was a question of, I'm sorry, here's a train. Can you find your way back to the hotel? And off.
And they did, literally that.
And Joan takes photographs too, doesn't she?
But Joan's photographs are the more artistic sort, I'm afraid.
Does she take better photographs than you?
Oh, infinitely better than me. Oh, yeah. But not of steam trains, though, really.
When it comes to steam train photos, you're the best.
She's better than me, yes. I'm always told that they're wrong, however many I take, or I do try.
So he's always needling you, is he?
A bit, sometimes, yes. But I can get my own back.
Are you rivals, though, do you think?
Not
No,
really, because,
You nearly said yes, then.
well, yeah, it's only because I'm wrong. We're rivals in as much as we try to get our own pictures best, don't we? But we specialise in different things. No, we're not really rivals.
Do you have arguments?
Sometimes. David thinks that you must always have a sky in the picture. And I say, no, you don't always have to have a sky in the picture, because if you get a white sky, it detracts from the rest of the picture.
That sounds fair enough. What's wrong with
No, of course not. If you haven't got any sky in, you've got no actual perspective, have you? I mean, I look at a picture without sky in, and I feel I'm being cramped, if you like. Yeah. But each his own, you see, each his own. I've been photographing trains since 1948. If I can't get it right in that time, then I'm never going to get it right. I'll tell you one of my favourites at the moment, that's the Duke of Gloucester. That's absolutely superb. It's one of the engines that I used to photograph 30 years ago, or like one of the engines I used to photograph 30 years ago. It's everything a steam engine ought to be. Beautiful, big, plenty of smoke when you want to photograph it. just the job.
Where is it?
It's at Didcot at the moment. If you go to Didcot, yes, that's on your way, isn't it? It's steaming, and it works up and down with a train on a track.
Despite what it did to my trousers, even I had to be impressed by the creation known simply as the Duke. Although like other objects of great and compelling beauty, it's had a dark and powerful effect on many of those who've come near it. This is Peter King, former police sergeant.
I saw the Duke as a schoolboy when I was a train spotter, and the first time I saw it, it was the finest thing I'd ever seen, and I fell in love with it. But when steam was withdrawn wholesale, the Duke was scrapped, and I thought it had gone, cut up. And I was staggered to realise that it was still in existence, and I went down to see it, and it was just a mutilated hulk. When we began, it was called the Impossible Dream, because nobody believed it could be restored. And in fact, we were, to begin with, a laughing stock. Then people thought we were just an amusement, and then after about 12 years, they began to take us seriously. And now, of course, nobody can doubt that it's possible, because here it is. And we've had 15 good years on the main line with it.
Now, when you look at it now, when you're riding on it now, what's it do to you?
It is a feeling I can't really describe. The Duke has a life of its own. I know all engines have a life of their own, and they all have something special for the people involved. The Duke has something extra. It has a presence and a spirit that speak to everybody involved in it, and most of the group are absolutely obsessed with it.
What did your wife think about your obsessive love for this machine?
Well, it was always a battle between my wife and the engine won. So, unfortunately, she's now my ex-wife.
So your wife left you because of this?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I don't really know. She called our little group the Silly Society.
Does this problem happen with the other guys?
Yes, it does. We're all the same. It's a consuming passion.
Are they all divorced too?
Several of them are.
Really?
Yes.
Because of this thing?
Yes, I would think so.
Well, maybe it is possible for a wife or husband to be so jealous of something like this that they walk out on their marriage. I'd never seen the legendary Flying Scotsman before, but like the Duke, I couldn't help but notice a tremble in the spine when it hove majestically into view. No wonder then that after months and years of devotion heaved upon them, they have the power to turn people's lives upside down. And so at last to the Bluebell, the pioneer of preserved lines in Britain. The setting for 100 film and television period dramas, and the home of the ultimate railway family. This is Mick, a senior Bluebell driver, and in his spare time a British gas engineer. And this, his wife Heidi, about to attempt that little bit of railway history. And if ever there were two human beings more in love and harmony with steam and each other, well, do let me know. They actually live right beside the track, although even that, one suspects, is too far away. It could be more convenient for you, could it?
No, it's lovely. It's an old railwayman's cottage, and railwaymen are still living in it.
Yeah.
The only inconvenient thing...
Heidi Moforth is the woman I'd travelled so many miles of steam railway to meet. You're going to get locos coming up past your windows soon, aren't you?
They'll be driving past, yes, but they won't be shedded there. They'll always be shedded at Sheffield Park.
Now, it's unusual enough to find a woman who actually works on the footplate as a fireman. but Heidi's hoping to become the first woman in Britain allowed to drive a steam engine
Yes,
on a
I will.
major railway.
You shut the gate, please, Nigel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some people would say it's not a very ladylike thing to do.
No, it's not at all ladylike, no. That's quite true.
You don't mind that?
No, I don't mind not being ladylike. There's more important things in life than being ladylike, aren't there?
Now, when the children came along, how did you fit them into this life?
Well, you said it there. I didn't change my life to fit in with the children's needs. Right from day one, I made them fit in with what I wanted to do and what we wanted to do. When Henry was a few weeks old, and I was lighting up an engine in North London, I think, Mick came along and said, "Oh, I fed Henry. I put him in the kitchen car in the sidings so he can go to sleep." I said, "Oh, fine, it's a good idea." Mick went off, came back a bit later, said, "They've put the kitchen car on the train and taken it to Horsted Canes." And there was Henry in it in his carry cot. I said, "Well, never mind, he'll be back in an hour." And he was, still asleep. So he had his first train ride on his own when he was about 6 weeks old. It's always an early start. I mean, we have to leave the house maybe 6, 7 in the morning. And we're perhaps not back until 7 or 8 at night.
So that's a bit of a luxury, is it, when you can do it together?
It is, yeah, we always enjoy it, yeah.
Still blowing on.
We work together well. We found that when we work on the footplate, we're a good team. We always enjoy ourselves.
We're away from the pit, remember? Yeah.
Our relationship is based more on friendship than on romance, I think. And the fact that we get on so well is because we've got so much in common and do a lot together. He's quite proud of me, I think.
I do encourage her. I have encouraged her along. Well, I hope I have anyway. She's keen and she's a woman in a man's world, and I think she needs a bit of encouragement and has done. She's fitted in very well. And once she became a fireman some years ago, she was respected for that. And I think she had to work perhaps harder than the men because, so as I said, being a woman in a man's world, it was not taken seriously to start with.
The ones who are least approving are railway enthusiasts, photographers. And I suppose that's partly because it's not authentic. And they do like things to be authentic. They like to have the right engine in the right livery, with the right train, and the crew to be the right sex. And of course I can't provide that. If they ask questions, they will ask the male on the footplate the technical questions. What does this do? What does that do? They'll ask me things like, does your husband mind you doing this? Do you mind getting your hands dirty? Don't you think it's unfeminine? They never ask me anything technical. They always assume that I must be the least qualified person there. They'll still be assuming that when I'm a driver.
Today, it's the big day. Heidi's old friend and footplate companion, Mary Rigby, is up at the crack of dawn to prepare the engine for Heidi's exam. She spent the whole weekend here, leaving her husband and son behind in their rather more comfortable terraced home in Ruislip. Like most of the Bluebell's staff and volunteers, Mary will be spending much of the day nervously watching Heidi being put through her paces by the examiner. And of course, she wants the engine to look its best.
Yes, what I'm doing is quartering the buffers, and it's really just the finishing touch. It just makes the engine really look really smart, and it's usually only just done on special occasions. To try and concentrate and get the lines. As you can see, the buffer divided up into four sections, and then the emery paper is basically just polishing it in 4 different directions so it catches the light. That's the theory.
From the field in front of their cottage, Mick and Henry have ringside seats.
You see the train coming yet? Can't hear it, can you? I wonder what she's doing. I suppose she'll be right, don't you? You think so? Yeah, she will. Although the fireman will tell you the advanced start result, would you check it, please?
Heidi's taking a senior fireman's exam. If the examiner, who's officially appointed by the Ministry of Transport, decides to pass her, she'll be allowed by law to be in sole charge of a steam engine.
I did check down where the speed was. It was a bit rough.
It was a little bit nerve-wracking. When he's standing there watching you, you're very aware of him all the time. As soon as I arrived and started oiling up the loco, I felt all right because really it was just another day.
Okay, that's good. Let the engine run.
He didn't interfere, and I was quite aware that it was up to me to make the decisions and drive the train and make all the decisions about running and get the train from the coal dock, ride the engine on time, that sort of thing.
Well done, Heidi. I can see you can handle a locomotive competently, and I'm perfectly satisfied that you'll be able to handle any locomotive on this railway with safety. But I would say this, that you've got to knock the young fireman into shape.
Yes,
And plus be a teacher as well as a guider.
I see.
So I'm pleased to say that you have passed the senior fireman's test in this railway.
Thank you very much, Robin. I'm very pleased. Thank you for sparing me your time.
Well done.
I passed.
Well done. Good girl.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
I passed, George.
Oh, well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
When's your next test?
Got a couple of years. Hello.
How you doing?
Guess what?
What's up? You passed.
You're married to a senior fireman.
Hey! Well done. Well done. Jolly good. Going to celebrate. Can I have a cup of tea, eh?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Come on, then.
Definitely.
Well done. Mummy, look,
Hello, sweetie.
senior fireman. Why didn't you ring me?
Mommy's passed.
Waiting by the front, I passed two. You don't ring.
Mommy got busy with various things.
Oh, right.
I had to kiss George and I had to kiss Mike.
Oh, well, you kissed everybody, did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Come back kissing me then. Well done. Well done.
Oh, you're just working up, Poppy. Hmm? All that fussy. Mummy's passed. Isn't that wonderful?
Parties on the platform at Horsted Keynes station are reserved to celebrate only very special occasions.
You get your money out.
Thanks, Heidi.
And so say all of us. And so say all of us. And so say all of us.
Heidi had won me over like everyone else, of course, so when next morning she asked me to join her on the footplate to be her fireman for the day,
Oh, you've got your overalls on?
All right.
Yes, you're properly dressed now for the footplate. Come on then, the train's waiting.
I hesitated only a
Yes,
moment.
on you get. Keep going. There you going, come on.
Well, you ain't going fast, son.
And right down the back corner, this is the back. Flick your shovel round the corner, that's it. be all right.
How come the tea always tastes much better on the railways?
Because you're so thirsty from all the hard work. That's the only reason. Gotta get ready, haven't we? Yeah.
Hello, Mark, how are you doing?
Hello, Nick.
Can I come
Yeah,
aboard?
yeah, of course you can.
Room
Having
for
a
me?
great time. Of course you can.
Thank you very
Come on.
much.
Now, you stand at the back whilst I do all the
All right,
business,
you
all right?
carry on, yeah, yeah.
Very well. You can hear the lovely noise from the chimney. It's working hard. Trying to get the most out of the engine.
You're letting the regulator off now a bit.
I'm just opening up a little bit more because we're coming up to the hill.
Right. And we're getting quite a bit of steam up.
We have, you made a good fire in there. It's just on the red line, which is where it ought to be. You put some more coal on then?
Can I put some coal on?
Yeah, well, we go down the nick if you go.
Right, go on now,
Yeah.
right. You're going to have to give me a hand.
It's extremely heavy. I can't do it on my own either. Right, put that in there. You have to hold the rope. Now you hold on to that and I'll turn it on.
Right.
How far down is it? Have a look.
It's about 2 feet.
Right.
Getting up to the bottom lip of the top. Whoops! That's supposed to happen. Should I put it away?
Yeah. No, don't take it right away, 'cause the other engine's got to fill up as well. Just stay there. Stay there.
Thanks. Thanks for the warning.
Blow the whistle.
You want me to blow the
Yes,
whistle?
as hard as you
How do I
can.
do it?
Really hard.
It's not working.
Pull. That's it.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a foot crossing there, you see.
All right, I did feel 6 years old again, and it was wonderful.
I'll do it again, shall I?
Oh, once more.
It's a great feeling, isn't it, being able to do
But believe me, I'd never admit that to a soul.
Women think I'm mad because they think it's sort of housework on a grand scale.
It was always a battle between my wife and the engine won.
Don't come down here if you want hearts, flowers, candlelit dinners, that sort of thing. You're more likely to get oil.
Hello, Basil. Is this
Will you shut up? I'm trying to record something.
It's only an opportunity for fully grown men to behave like small boys and get oil under their fingernails and drink too much beer, isn't it?
That's nectar.
Please visit our website for news about new productions that are on the way, and you can support my work on my Patreon page.